Welcome to the science lesson for 7F and 7G on Wednesday the 10th of March 2021. Your title for this lesson is Electricity Test. Please copy the title and the date onto your paper or document. Pause the video if you need any more time to do this. Now, there are two ways that you can get onto this test. There is a link. I'm not sure if you can click on it through the video, but what I will do is upload the PowerPoint so that hopefully you can find it on the PowerPoint and click through there. But if not, the questions are also in the slides if you cannot follow the link. If you are using the questions on the slides, you can write down your answers and send them to me at my email. The questions are multiple choice and there are 25 of them. Pause the video until you are ready to do your test. Okay, we will now start the test. So here we have questions 1 to 4. Question 1 is: which item would use electricity? A computer or a chocolate bar? Write down or pick your answer. Question 2 is: which is the correct definition of current? The options are the movement of light, the flow of charge, and in brackets we have negative, so it's the flow of negative charge, or the sensitivity of wires. Question 3 is: which is the correct definition of static charge? Is it charge that moves fast, charge that does not move, or charge that moves slowly? And question 4 is a true or false. Only positive charges move. Is that true or false? Only positive charges move. Is that true or false? Pause the video if you need more time on these questions. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Here we have questions 5 to 10. Question 5 is: what is the force around a charged object? Is it an electric pull or an electric field? Question 6. If two charged objects have the same charge, they will attract or repel. You need to choose which one. So if two charged objects have the same charge, will they repel or will they attract? Question 7 is then similar. So if two charged objects have opposite charges, will they repel or attract? You need to decide, will they repel or will they attract? Question 8. What kind of force is an electric field? Is it a contact force or a non-contact force? Question 9 is a similar question. What kind of force is a magnetic field? Again, is it a contact force or a non-contact force? And question 10 is a true or false. Electric field lines point towards negative. Is that true or is that false? Electric field lines point towards negative. Pause the video if you need more time on these questions. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Here we have questions 11 to 14. Question 11 is a true or false. If electric field lines are closer together, it means the field is weaker. Is that true or false? Question 12. Which of the following are good conductors? Our options are plastic, glass, metal, paper, and wood. Which of the following are good conductors? Question 13 is a similar question. We have the same options. But which of the following are good insulators? We have plastic, glass, metal, rubber, and wood. Which of the following are good insulators? Question 14 is magnets with the same poles will attract or repel. You need to decide. Will magnets with the same poles attract or repel? If you need more time on these questions, please pause the video. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Here we have questions 15 to 17. Question 15 is magnets with opposite poles will attract or repel. This question is similar to 14. But you need to decide. Will magnets with opposite poles attract or repel? Question 16 is a true or false. A conductor lets charge go through it easily. Do you think that is true or false? A conductor lets charge go through it easily. Is that true or false? Question 17 is also a true or false question. A bulb will light up even if the circuit is incomplete, and that means it's not all connected. Is that true or false? A bulb will light up even if the circuit is incomplete. That means that it is not all connected. Is that true or false? Please pause the video if you need any more time to answer these questions. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Question 18 is a true or false question. A series circuit is made up of only one loop, so all of the current flows on one path. Is that true or false? A series circuit is made up of only one loop, so all of the current flows on one path. Is that true or false? Question 19 is, what is the correct unit for current? So which is the correct unit for current? Our options are amps, represented with a capital A, ohms, which is represented with the symbol for ohms, or coulombs, represented with a capital C. What is the correct unit for current? Is it amps, ohms, or coulombs? If you need any more time with these questions, please pause the video. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Here we have questions 20 to 23. Question 20 is, what is the correct unit for charge? It is a very similar question to question 19. Our options are the same options. We have amps, ohms, or coulombs. What is the correct unit for charge? Is it amps, ohms, or coulombs? Question 21. A material with a lower density than water will float or sink. You need to decide. Will a material with a lower density than water float or sink? Similar to that then, we have question 22. A material with a higher density than water will float or sink. You need to decide. Will a material with a higher density than water float or sink? Question 23. Which is the correct equation for density? By that we mean, how would you work out density? Our first equation is density equals mass divided by volume. Our second equation is density equals mass times height. Which is the correct equation for density? If you need any more time for these questions, please pause the video. We will now move on to the next set of questions. Here we have the last two questions, 24 and 25. Question 24. Expansion is when matter gets bigger when it is heated, or matter gets smaller when it is heated. You need to decide. Which describes expansion? When matter gets bigger when it is heated, or when matter gets smaller when it is heated? Question 25 is about evaporation. Evaporation is when a liquid turns into a solid before its boiling point or at its boiling point. You need to decide. Which is the correct for evaporation? Is it when a liquid turns into a solid before its boiling point? Or is it when a liquid turns into a solid at its boiling point? If you need any more time for these questions, please pause the video. That is now the end of the test. Well done, and thank you for watching this video. Have a good rest of your day.